Hey folks, it's David from Retro Rides here again. I'm going to give you a quick update on where we are at with the Retro Rides Weekender at Goodwood on May 19th and 20th. We are doing well. We're doing really well at the moment. The big thing we've now done is we've got all three paddocks announced. So our big centerpiece showcase of the event, these three paddocks in the middle of the Goodwood Circuit. And they're these wooden kind of structures, and they're kind of evocative. They're very cool, and the whole idea was that we would have this whole curated museum thing. And we've now announced all three, and I hope everyone will agree they're diverse, but they're linked, and they're amazing. So we have the Special Saloons paddock, which has been a dream of mine for years. We've had the odd Special Saloon type related car at the gathering, but really I wanted to get a bunch of them together for the longest time, and this was the perfect event for it, and it really is the perfect event. The response we've had from the Special Saloon guys, CSCC Special Saloon and Mod Sport group and all those people, we've already got 18 cars, so I've got space for about 25 of those, because they need a bit of room for manoeuvring around there. Some of them are quite large, and they're going to have their tools, and they're going to be going out on track. So I mean, theoretically I could probably fit about 30 of them, but 25 is quite a sweet number, and we already have 18 of them, and we've got cars that haven't been out for a few years. We've got some surprises even for the Special Saloon guys, cars they didn't know were around and coming back out, so that's great. And it's just a phenomenal display, and it's huge thanks to a guy called Dave Smith from the CSCC guys, but really just the whole of that community have been really enthusiastic about the event. They want to get out in front of you people, they want to, you know, get on the track and show you what it's all about, and then you can go along and see them racing at the other events and everything. So make sure you do that. Like that would be a great way for us to repay everything that they've put into the event so far, which is to go along to their race meets and support them, because the cars are amazing. You'll come to the event and you'll see and you go, I want to see that racing, because you couldn't not want to see them racing. They're incredible, and obviously with the track time you get a little bit of a flavour of it, so that's superb. The Street Machine Past and Present, which was our first announcement, that's going well. We've got a few more cars that are from older issues. Obviously it's much easier for us to get than the cars that are in newer issues, but the digging up of the older cars is one of those things that was kind of key to making this work from my point of view. I mean, it'll be a great display kind of if we just filled out with the stuff in the current issues, but the links to the origins of the retro scene are there to be found and mined, so that's what we're doing. I'm still looking for a few more. There's some very specific cars I'm hunting down. One very specific one sadly came to a dead end. I ended up phoning Germany to find if the guy still had it, and he still got it, and it was in pieces, and I couldn't convince him to put it back together because he hasn't put it back together for the last 10 years. So but yeah, it's that's coming along nicely. If you know anybody with older feature cars, get them to give us a shout. That would be great. And then the lay and play lowrider display. So at like the other end of the spectrum to the Special Saloons are crazy lowriders, and I went to the lay and play guys and asked for the proper broad spectrum of low riding in the UK. So we got American cars, we've got the Mercedes, which was like a staple of the UK scene, and then we got some slightly more unusual things like Lada Lowrider, and Peter from Lay and Play is building a Honda Lowrider to show you don't need to be going out buying big American cars to have fun with lowriders. So swing by that area, have a look at those guys. Lowriders are just so much fun. The scene's a lot of fun. The cars are hilarious fun. Yeah, it just go along and enjoy their lowrider show. And we got possibly, if it all comes together, and it seems to be at the moment, a bit of a UK first in there as well, even for the lowriding scene. So we've got our special lineups have got some special lineups. So it's been absolutely brilliant so far. It's actually beyond what I expected those displays to be, and I'm hoping that everyone that comes along enjoys them every bit as much as I anticipate people will. So I thought I'd do the next announcement in this video. It's one of the smaller displays, but it's another display we've got going on. So the guys from Resto Shack have been kind of supporters of ours for a while. They came to the Retro Rides gathering back when it was at Prescott, and we've always liked their work, and we kind of wanted to work with them again on something, and again this became another ideal opportunity. And they're going to bring along 12 or so of their customers' cars. So these are like just like really nicely restored, just really good examples, quality workmanship done by a quality garage, restoration place, small team of hugely enthusiastic people. I'm going to share a video of their work when I do an announcement on the Gathering Facebook page, and I say Gathering, the Retro Rides events, I probably should rename it, Facebook page, and you can see what they're all about. But yeah, expect sort of 12 or so pretty cool cars to look at. Like they're the ones send me pictures of. I'm looking forward to having a poke around. So we've got sort of Golfs and Escorts and Audis and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, oh, retro fodder, you know. It's really what we're about. So I'm looking forward to them, and they're a great bunch of guys. They're a lot of fun. So that should be a great display. The next kind of car announcements, I'm staggering the announcements of what we got in the paddock. The next one of those announcements will be on Friday. It'll be another Special Saloons one, and then next week I think will probably be a lowrider one, because we haven't done one of those yet. So, but they're going to have to come in thicker and faster now, because I did a bit of maths on it, and I've got to start announcing more and more cars, because we've got so many coming in now, and X amount of time before the show, and a load of other announcements to do. Talking of which, clubs. We need and want more clubs. We've got like 50% full, which is great. I think even if we just ran off that, like, it would be a really great display on the Sunday. But 50% is not good enough for me. I want 100% full, and I think we can get there. The trouble we've had is getting kind of word out to people. So when we run the gathering events, like, our club's kind of a sort of Midlands-ish, as well as some of the big national clubs, and that's great. But what it's meant is our big national clubs have just got to come straight back on board, because, you know, they come to our events, we'll get some different people coming along, and we'll get a load of the same people coming along, because, you know, they love our events, and that's brilliant. But then some of the more regional clubs, some of the more localised clubs, you know, they're not going to come down from Worcester to come to the Goodwood event, because they do events around Goodwood, events around Worcester, which is fine. So we're looking for the cars that and the clubs that are around Goodwood in the southeast. So if you are one of those people, if you know some of those people, get them to visit the website. The club stuff is actually relatively simple. It's the first time we've done it like this, so we're still kind of trying to find the wording and working our way through it. But you sign up for a club on the little form on the website, and then you have a club code which you give to your club members, or your forum members, or your Facebook group members, or your group of 3 or more mates, and then when they come in and do their car entry, they just put in that club ID. And they don't need to buy tickets straight away. Like, everybody coming through the gate should have a ticket before the event, and we will follow all that stuff up. But the order in which to do things doesn't really matter, because they can go back and edit and put order numbers in and all that kind of stuff. And to be honest, we will chase down everything afterwards. We just want to get all of the stuff into our system, so we can then slice and dice it, get everybody in the right place, and then just chase up anybody that needs to get tickets or needs to go in a different club or whatever. It's all grand. So if you know anybody, if you have any friends that you want to park up with, or you've got Facebook groups, like that's kind of the impenetrable thing, really. It's like there's so many Facebook groups out there, and there are some that are huge, like 30, 40,000 people. Well, surely they might want a club stand. But also some that are tiny, that are like 10, 20 people. But that kind of almost makes more sense, because they're a smaller group. So just, yeah, if you want some representation at the event, we'd love to have you along. As I say, we're already satisfied, but not satisfied enough. That kind of relates to the other thing, like the only negative. I said that these videos would be like a documentary of how running the event is. So our negative at the moment is actually trying to get in touch with people. Like, we can do Facebook, that's fine. We've got Instagram, we're alright on that. We've got our own forum, that's very populous. We've got adverts in Street Machine magazine and Rusty's, which is a new magazine quarterly that's launching next week at the Classic Motor Show in London. And that's kind of like a European-wide thing, and it's an incredible piece of work. We've got an advert in there because we kind of know the guys that run it, and we're really excited about it. We'll be stocking it in our store. So we kind of we've got that sort of basis covered, and I think I'll probably end up doing some of the Kelsey stuff, like the fast car and classic Ford and things like that, because we just got to get the message out there. But that's not going to cover everyone. One thing that the gathering has had, because it's been going for 10 years, is had word of mouth, whereas this has got word of mouth based on our reputation, which is great, but we haven't got any film or pictures from last year to show you, because it hasn't happened yet. So we're trying to work through that, because video adverts are a really good way of promoting stuff. So we have flyers which we are having printed, which we'll happily send to people in sort of batches of however many you want, to spread around shows or spread around your local area, or just carry in your pocket if you see a cool car, stick it under it. Anybody wants to like street team for us or whatever the hell that would be, drop us a message, and I think we can probably cover off a lot of the ground that we want to cover off by doing that. I'm pretty sure the flyer graphic will be quite shareable as well, so once we release it, if people can share on their Facebook, on their Instagram and all that kind of stuff, that would be great. So that's our difficulty at the moment, that and venue layout, but like venue layouts I can solve later down the line. The problem now is just making sure everybody that would want to be at the show knows about the show, and we're not the only people that have that issue, but hopefully we have a group of people that can help us out solving that issue a little bit. I think that's kind of it at the moment. Tickets go out in April. That's the thing that people keep on asking me. I will stick up a thing on the website. That's one of the experiences of organising events, but particularly organising a new event, is people aren't used to the rhythm of it yet. So with the gathering, people know usually like they'll order their ticket, they'll get it sometime in July. But because it's a new event, we've got a lot of people that haven't been to our event before. They don't necessarily know how we do things, so that's been an interesting relearning process, because the FAQ for the gathering has been set for the last 2 years. It's basically the same thing, whereas we don't have an FAQ for the weekend yet, so I will put that together. But yeah, it's going well. I'm quietly confident. So see you in a little bit. More announcements incoming, more videos incoming. Like and subscribe and all that stuff, and I will see you soon.